Delia. Okay, I see you, John.
All right, I'm okay.
Okay. Invite. Delia. Delia. How do we pin a comment?
Hello.
Hey, boo. Can you go join this live? I was trying to see how we pin a comment.
Can you hear me?
You can hear me? I can hear you.
Yeah, I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so what tag a good topic. What is this topic gonna be?
Okay, so the topic. Hold on, let me
How
get.
do you pin it? I wanna make
Let
sure
me
you can
come
see the
to it
comment.
first. 'Cause I'm not too good with it either.
You can, but that's gonna be the same live. Can it be from the same live? What's up, everybody? Come on in.
I'm gonna type it in the comments.
Now, how do I see you big? Because I want to see you big on there. I don't know how to do that neither. What's up, y'all? What's up? Come on in. We're going to talk about this. Oh, right there.
Mental health awareness.
I like that. So, yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Then can we
Do
both
you
be
see
like
me
side
now?
by side? I can see you now, yeah. Now, how do we go side by side? My daughter's helping me. Thank you for joining me tonight. The topic you talked about today, anyway. My baby helping me put us side by side. So,
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm trying to get myself together.
take your time,
Hold on one
Mom.
second.
Mm-hmm. So it's not a way to put me up today, side by side. Okay.
I thought you
What's
did.
up, everybody? Now, when you look at your live, how does it look? Let's see. What's up, y'all? Come on in. I got my girl Trina with me tonight, and we're gonna talk
Hello.
about a very interesting topic that deals with mental health awareness. Um, I want you to start first, Trina, because I want them to hear again. And y'all can tell them how they can follow you on your page if y'all need a recap. We're going to reshare the video. We're going to post it on YouTube live. But we're talking about mental health awareness. And she has a very great way of delivering it. So that's the reason why I wanted to join with her today, to be able to just let her share this insight, because this is so important, especially in the day and time that we all live in. Even me, myself, deal with mental health. You know, it's not like we so used to treating when we was growing up that mental health awareness was
Right.
something that
I'm typing,
we
but
did.
I'm listening. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That we didn't talk about. You know what I'm saying? We didn't talk about it. And
Correct.
when things was brought up about mentalness or you having a mental problem, then you instantaneously, we were not educated, so we judged or we didn't take it seriously. So I
Correct.
really liked it the way that you recapped it. So I want you to reshare that again, like how you gave the movie from the Wiz to help bring some awareness to this. Good. Thank you, baby. Can I watch it from your phone just so I can see my comments? Or you need your phone? So Trina, go ahead again and just what happened? Okay, 1 minute, y'all.
Okay, I'm here. I'm here.
Go ahead again and just elaborate on how that movie, The Wiz, can draw. I couldn't do it on there either. Draw awareness to people that may deal with mental health.
So you guys, I was up this morning. I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible, so some questions could be answered, or however you guys feel. Y'all can put your feelings in the comment or whatever. Chime in, please chime in. But I was up this morning. I was watching The Wizard of Oz. That's one of my favorite movies. But I had an epiphany about it. I said, okay, so Dorothy is going through these series of feelings. You know, she's having this disagreement with her aunt. Her aunt obviously raised her. She's a grown woman now. She's a teacher. You know what I'm saying? She's doing different things with younger people. So her calling is to actually heal and help younger people. But her auntie wants her to go further. And for some reason, Dorothy is still shocked within herself. So what I got from the entire movie, I'm gonna just read the characters and their characteristics.
That's fine.
Okay, so hold on.
And then we could kind of elaborate on how this draws into mental health with many people.
Correct. As I'm reading it, I hope that you guys can relate to it. So with Dorothy, what I got from Dorothy is lost, feeling alone, feeling abandoned, feeling as if she's not good enough, she's feeling like she's disconnected from her family. Toto is her pet, but that's her only real responsibility. So that's her discipline and her dependency at the same time.
Right.
So as the movie proceeds, Dorothy goes into this comatose state. So in her mind now, she's lost for real. So now she's battling all these demons that she had in her mind, playing from childhood, adulthood, up until now to her reality, which is about to play out in her mind. So she comes up with, well, she comes to meet the Scarecrow. And meeting the Scarecrow, she learns about the Scarecrow that he's brilliant, but he's limited of knowledge. He's naive. He has useless, negative knowledge, judgment from his peers, peer pressure, and around peers that's stuck. So he's on that pole. The pole represents him being stuck. He's hung up. He's stuck. He can't move.
Can't move.
His peers are there. His peers are surrounding him, but they're feeding him negativity every day.
And bullying him.
You know what I'm saying? It's a bully.
Right.
But that's not the bully. It's crazy. When I tell you, when I break this down, it goes through so many series of feelings that you can actually relate to this because it's a reality.
Now looking at the Scarecrow was saying that because I want to kind of make sure people understand where you're going with it. So looking at the Scarecrow I want people to be able to break down each character so they can understand where and how this relates to mental health. So with the Scarecrow, him being
with the Scarecrow, he's a brilliant-minded person, but he's a naive person also. Meaning he has knowledge, but he don't have the street knowledge. He may have a lot of book knowledge. So I was getting back to him also. He builds his character by giving himself affirmations. He reads daily affirmations
that he pulls from his head, right? That he allegedly feels he doesn't have. Really?
When I tell you this, girl, when I tell you this is good.
This is powerful, so we got to share it. So now he's feeding these affirmations that he gets from the brain that he feels.
Affirmations, pulling them out of the brain that he told Dorothy that he does not have. Pulling these affirmations out, feeding them, reading them to himself. In every situation, he pulls out a scenario out of his brain that he remembers. You know what I'm saying? That he disciplines himself to remember. But he never gets that positiveness is overpowered because he's in the midst of his peers which are negative every day. So what he's thinking every day, it takes 3 years to make a slave.
Mm-hmm.
You hang around your peers enough, you become your peers.
Right.
That's a mental state.
Right. What's happening every day now? Every
day. His peers gave him some commandments. I guess it was like a bond, a tithe, or whatever, a click tithe or something like that, which was called the Pro Commandments, y'all. I just wrote snippets of everything. It's kind of long, but it's so good till I couldn't pass it up. But the Pro Commandments states that thou shalt honor all clothes, no paper literature, no reading. Whatever they tell you is what you are.
Is what law is. That's what they want you to believe.
He could never get down off the pole because there's nothing down there for him. That's what they told him. Only they can be down there. There's nothing down there for him. He won't accomplish anything down there. And you can't win. That's the song. That's the theme song.
You can't win. Yes. All right. And then had him even believing that he couldn't walk.
Come on. They had him believing he couldn't do anything. That he was useless. And here comes Dorothy that's dealing with her own thing. She's feeling abandoned. She's feeling lost. She's judging her feelings. You know what I'm saying? She's questioning herself. She got Toto with her. That's her responsibility. Mama take care of Toto. She's saying everything here that I see here is so familiar, but it's so unfamiliar. Like everything around me is familiar, but it's so unfamiliar. But in the midst of her doing all of that, she meets the scarecrow. She encouraged the scarecrow. You can get down. I'll help you. I'll help you pick yourself up. But in the midst of her helping him and encouraging him, her mind is still confused. She's still in the midst of confusion. So the scarecrow, in his mind, she don't help him. Wait, but y'all, is a key point to the scarecrow, which is so good. After she helped the scarecrow down off the pole, he circles the pole. He never moved anywhere else. She helped him down off the pole. This dude got up off his face. Didn't try to walk no more. Not any further, I should say. He stayed on the pole. Circled the pole. And she was like, let's go.
So let me break that down.
Let's go. Man,
let me break that down. He was the mental state that he was in had him in disbelief, because that's how easy our minds can be taken away with negativity. And we so easily, even when given or shown that we can move forward, we still be stuck. He was still stuck on that pole because even though he was shown that I could get up, he was still in a state of mental where he was stuck where he was. And not even realizing that I done already got down.
He conquered his biggest hurdle. So when he felt that he conquered the biggest hurdle, he felt like, okay, so I conquered getting down. I'm gonna just circle the pole because that's good enough for me. Don't you say no? You go explore. So she was like, well, what could I help you with? Y'all, again, and I'm paraphrasing in my terms. What I can help you with? She says, Ms. One told me to look for the yellow brick road. I'm going to look for the woods. I don't see the yellow brick road. I see yellow bricks, but not a road. He said, okay, I'll help you. But now you forgot you can't walk, but he's crawling. You got to what?
Crawl before you walk.
Come on. He's crawling. When you're down, you can see the ground. He's at ground level. Now, that just because you're down don't always mean that you're down. He's at ground level for a reason. She's up. Her mind is in a cloud. She can't see nothing. Her mind is clouded. She's trying to focus and get back home. He's down on the ground. He can't see. He's crawling because he's scared to walk. He already proved to himself that he can walk. He's around the pole, circling the pole. He proved himself he can walk. But now he's crawling again. He finds the yellow brick road. Walk it. The yellow brick road. They proceed. They meet the Tin Man. It gets better, y'all. When they get to the Tin Man, and the circle is phrases that we use right now today. Hey, brother, I'm in a bit of a squeeze. Can you help me out? That's the first thing that he says when they got to him. They pulled him out, they sat with him, and they talked to him to find out where was going with him. So basically, the Tin Man is a playboy. Not by nature, but by experience. You know what I'm saying? By different women, and his attractiveness attract him to the wrong women. You know what I'm saying? So he's a playboy. He's heartless. He questions his true feelings. He's feelingless because he don't have no feelings. He don't been through all these different women, all these broken relationships. He's broken. He have toxic relationships, toxic blind relationships, blind attraction to women.
All right.
For him. So now he's married Trina, which is the big lady. So now the word of Trina got him stuck in his mental state.
Which every
You know what
day
I'm
in
saying?
life, this is one of the biggest causes. Where I am in the state of Mississippi, the area that I'm in, that is the number one cause is domestic violence. It's a big
Come
cause in
on.
society right now. Relationships, adultery, people just we migrating, no loyalty. So a lot of people are broken and suffer with major mental illness due to relationships. Go ahead. Finish,
Correct.
girl.
And not only that, he's attracting himself to the wrong women because he's also a broken person. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't healed. Instead of heal, he moved from one relationship to the next, to the next, to the next. So not only is he broken, he's breaking people along the way. So the ton of tuning is the weight of all the women on him. That's his character and his characteristics. Help him out. And y'all, this is the thing about it. He's so sharp. He knows himself. He told them, slide some oil to me. But again, another key point about that, we will settle in our moment of loneliness. He said, slide the oil to me. He like the real like motor oil, the stuff that get in the cracks that's gonna get them flowing. But he said, if you have crystal, it'll do just fine. Stop settling, people. Come on, man. This thing's so good. It's so powerful.
Girl. So, and a lot of times in life, we can go through those changes, especially what you're talking about now with the 10-man in relationships, and feel like we are stuck, or feel like we don't, because we haven't healed, that we're willing to accept whatever's issued out to us, or become comfortable in what we know is not for us.
Yes.
That also can cause or bring in mental illness, because it brings in depression. And even though you're with somebody and if it's not the right person, you still feel the loneliness. But we have so many people have accepted what they have, accepted what they're in. When truth of the matter is, it only tears you down more mentally, emotionally.
The thing that I love most about the Tin Man is his outer shell. His outer shell is still hard. The only thing, he thought he never had a heart, but he had a heart because he thought about all those different feelings. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts are feelings. In order for you to feel it, you have to think it.
And then even as the movie plays on, it was so many times that he was the one that loved. Even when he started crying, he wasn't aware.
So running sound like we're in church.
The crazy part about this movie that I love, I don't want to jump ahead, but I just felt like this message was so powerful, is that everything that everybody thought they didn't have, they had it all along.
Come on.
But and I wanted, that's what made me like, we gotta share, because so many of us, even myself, I am guilty of walking around knowing God, knowing his love, but often forgetting it, often forgetting his love, and forgetting
his grace, his mercy,
the value of it, and how to apply myself. So many times, but I don't want to stop. I want you to explain every character, but for y'all people coming in, we're using Miss Trina looked at the movie The Wiz, and we're relating this to the message that was given to her when she watched it this morning. We were on the Tin Man, so that's one thing about him that I could definitely appreciate. Then go ahead. I don't want to stop because I start talking, child.
Girl, it's so good though. So that brought, and look, I appreciate that you are following along. You're following along well. Coming up on the spirituality, which is the lion. The lion comes off in the beginning as a bully. He comes off as a good-ish talker. You know what I'm saying? He becomes, he comes off as strong, big, got the strength, and by right he does, because he's a lion.
Right.
But in his heart, because in his mind he think it, in his heart shall he be. He thought he was scary. He thought he didn't have no courage. So that's the thing that struck him. His insecurities beat him up. It beat him down to a cub instead of the
A
lion that he's
lion that he
supposed to be.
was.
You know what I'm saying? But the crazy part about the lion, and I'm jumping a little bit ahead too, when they go through the obstacle, one of the obstacles, which is the poppy field. The poppy field is the drugs, y'all. The poppies represent the drugs in the world. They got caught up in drugs that quick. The lion started praying to God. I don't know if y'all remember that part. He started saying like something like a little Shakespearean type thing, but it was a prayer to God. He was telling God that I'm supposed to be the one that's strong-minded. I'm supposed to be the one with courage. And here yet, I let the little drug overpower me. So he was ready to jump off the ledge and kill himself. Come on, y'all, commit suicide because he felt that he wasn't strong and he didn't have enough courage and heart to overcome the drugs that Dorothy got enticed to, and she overdosed, in which the Tin Man had to cry on them and revive them. Come on.
Girl, so in life, girl, in life, even with now what we deal with, that is the mental state that a lot of people are placed in. Not to the point where people are killing themselves because
Yes,
they
ma'am.
feel like they are not capable of anything
Yes.
better. And even when you talk about the drugs, I think about all of the different things that we have placed in front of us right now today. Actual drugs that we're being given, that's being dispensed out to us to have access to, that puts us in a state of mind where we feel like we're not worthy, where we feel like we can't make it, where we feel like we're not at our best. And we fall so quick into that mindset. And I want to just point out everything in each character was all mental. It was all mental. That's mental because everybody had everything they needed in them and was able, and these few characters was able to encourage one another outside of their own obstacles and challenges that they were dealing with.
But
what we lack today.
Their own strength within inside of themselves.
Amen.
That's so crazy. But look, after they met the lion, they gets to the little subway scene, right? The subway scene is my favorite scene because that one there challenges all of them. It challenges they trust, they loyalty, they friendship, you know, their strength, their will to fight, you know what I'm saying?
For one another.
Flight, it tests everything about them. But before they got to the subway, they had a little onlooker by the Tin Man with the little peep thing looking at them. That's the one that the onlooker, the gossiper. That's the ones that they troll and they go to Evil Lynn. That's how Evil Lynn found out about Dorothy, because word of mouth traveled because of the onlooker that had the I can't say it like this, little spoke thing.
And those are the workers of the devil. Those are the gossipers. Those are the Ted-outers. Those are that's what they are.
Evelyn didn't even know Dorothy was there. Evelyn didn't know her sister was there until the onlookers let her know what was going on. Or they got a new person in the world. You know what I'm saying? We never saw her before. She moved here. And she got your sister's shoes on. You know what I'm saying? So they brought the message to her. Now, getting back to the after they met the lion, they all congregated together and told each other, look, we're going to get together, we're going to go see the Wiz. They get to the subway thing, it challenges them all. They have to fight for each other. They have to come together as true friends to help each other out because of the obstacles they had there with the little bouncy thing. If y'all watch the movie, y'all will see what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to keep it too long. I'm going to go ahead and keep reading the characters. So they get to the Wiz. Now, the Wiz is supposed to be the man. Now, in between them going to the Wiz, they go down to this little party that the Wiz have. The Wiz is supposed to be the top man who throw all these parties.
The false prophets.
Yes, ma'am. Which also represents social media, the trends of the world, drugs, the wrong crowd, the wrong people, and your friends
All the things
telling you
that's negative around
that's
you
telling you
that
what you
makes you
should wear,
feel
what
like
you shouldn't wear,
this is
who's
the
in,
comfort.
who's out.
This is the
Come on.
saviors. This the person that's supposed to make you feel better. All of those, it represents all
These
of
are
those
people,
things.
the big people, the big people that we see every day. Those are those people. Those are the representations of those people. For real, for real. But again, going back to the wigs, he is hiding behind this makeshift man that makes everybody believe that he's bigger than what he is, that he's a big monster, that he's a big old boss. But in reality, even them already know that he's there. She already done got word because don't nothing really like bypass her. So her and her sister put out a hit. The sister that Dorothy killed, they put out a hit on him. So his behind got him a little rural area and made himself the mayor or the big person there. That's why everybody thought that he was, because when you go to a new place, you can set whatever tone you want in that new place because nobody don't know you. And that's what he did.
He
You
put
know what
on
I'm
a
saying?
mask
He blocked. Because he
to
didn't want his
disguise
past to
himself
come
as
out, girl.
somebody
He didn't want his
powerful.
past to come out. He didn't want his past to come out. So he changed his whole identity. He's the Wiz now. He can make things happen. He the man. He called the shots, the colors, and everything. But if y'all notice, when Dorothy and them cracked down on him, this dude is a man living inside of an empty head with only a bed in it, with another head inside of the head, which represents his confusion in his mind. People pleasing. He got to be the top. He got to have this. If he was to, in reality, he did crash. One of the people that has to have the labels and the top cars and stuff like that. He crashed, but he didn't let anybody know that he crashed. That's why he was a pretender. He hid behind a mask, a facade. He couldn't be himself.
And then, not
Because
to mention, he was broken too. He was broken too.
Not
Didn't
just
have
broken, he was
anything.
lost like Dorothy.
Let's say that represent the narcissist.
Come on.
That you encounter every day. That set wear these cheap clothing. Okay?
You hear me? Entices our children. Those are those people. And they want to send your kids to the psychiatrist, which are those people too, that can't get their own stuff together because their mind is so cluttered and confused that because they're living in the same world that we live in. The only thing that separates us is a degree in your mindset. That's it.
And then a lot of them ain't even healed.
Come on.
They ain't even healed. Just like the Wiz. The Wiz was sitting
Just
there
like the Wiz,
broken. Just like the Wiz. Broken,
girl.
hiding. But yet, he was willing to send them out on a duck chase that could have cost them their life.
That comes to Evelyn. He knew that they had a hit out on him. So he told them, if y'all go kill her, y'all already killed the sister. If y'all go kill her, I'll grant everything that y'all want to grant. Excuse me, you know you can't grant nothing.
They had no power.
You won't even leave your house.
But yet you would send them out to do a mission that could have cost them their life.
You know what I'm saying?
Back related to life. A lot of us fall for all of those tricks every day. Every day. Not aware that who we believe in or who we think we're fighting for, they have no care, have no power, have no love for us, none of that.
Then when I tell you this was so powerful, I had to watch it again. I said, how this spoke to me all these years I watched the movie and I never got it.
It never got that message. You know why? Because it was time now. Because now where we at now, that's what we living in. So I wanted us to
We gotta put it in a play, a skit. I said we gotta do something because this just my notes that I got today, y'all. And I ain't even finished. I got two more characters that I gotta go to. But yeah, getting back to the wrong people in the onlookers and stuff like that leads us back to Evelyn. Now we thought that the Lion was the biggest and the baddest character in the Wiz, which comes to tell that he's not, which is Evelyn. She's actually the bully, and really she's not a bully. When you come to it and you think about her character, she's not a bully. She had to be a bully because everybody calling her and dumping their bull crap on her. She got to be the one. That's why she got the toilet. Represent the bull crap that she has to listen to.
The shit.
Then she gotta dump it off because they don't dump it on her. Her main song is "Don't Nobody Bring Me No Bad News."
Mm-hmm.
Come on, y'all.
Yep.
Everybody going through something, but everybody want to dump something off on somebody, but don't nobody want to listen to nobody. That's why mental health is so serious.
And so viral. So
it's
vast.
So real.
Because, and then you know what else makes it worse too? Nobody wants to care for one another anymore. Nobody wants to help the other. Everybody is always like looking over each other.
Selfish. That's what goes back to her. She had to be. These are the series of things that Dorothy went through. It's going back to she had to get to this selfish part or this selfish point in her mind to get herself back together. Because if she wouldn't have took control of her mind and you allow somebody else to control your mind, you just a puppet for somebody else. So she had to be the bully. She had to be selfish and heartless and take control of that. Don't bring me no bad news. I don't want to hear that. I got enough of stuff that's going on in my mind that I have to hear from, that I have to deliver my own self from. I have to ask God for deliverance from. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your prayer needs to be for you, not you know, everybody else. Selfish on prayer, but we pray for everybody and we forget ourselves a lot.
And in this movie, Dorothy definitely was caring for everybody, even down to the point where she forgot that everybody. She was telling everybody, "Well, you already got it." She had all the right words for everybody, but then when it came down to her, she was almost left out. And so she had to remember, like you said, I love that you just said that, she had to catch her own mind and realize that she had to be selfish and care about her in order to fix her own problems and not always thinking about the other's problems. Even though she was a blessing to everybody, she was so full of love. I could definitely relate to that because sometimes the strongest people are left up alone.
And empty. They should be the empty. Which leads us to our last and final character, which is Glinda, the good witch, which represents boldness, beautifulness, confident, strong, and resilient. She allowed Dorothy to regain, remember, and find herself. When I tell you that was so powerful, that was so powerful.
It really was. I'm glad that you shared that. This was a great way to bring awareness. I'm going to definitely use the video to help people understand how to look at things or how to even. I think that I could see myself in a lot of those characters. I can actually say that I have actually experienced a lot of those things in my life. You know, mental health is so broad, man. Broad. It doesn't have to be coming from your family heritage. It doesn't have to be something you inherited anymore. Everybody is suffering today with something. So they can find and relate to each one of those characters in some way or another.
And even with the cutting or the shutting down of the government, you know what I'm saying? The panic that everybody's going in. They may not be experiencing those exact feelings that Dorothy was experiencing, but we go through a series of feelings and we do not know how to characterize or express those feelings because we never been through certain things. You know what I'm saying? This world is crazy today.
Yeah. And a lot of us are suffering in some form or another with some type of mental issues. You know, even
Yes,
though some
ma'am.
of us may not wear it on our shoulders and some may not be as severe, or I ain't gonna even say severe, noticeable,
There you go. There you
you
go.
know?
Because
But
you know what? Go ahead.
no, go ahead, you go.
I wanted to piggyback on what you said about being noticeable. Mental health does not look like the persons that we see or that we think living under the bridge because they live under the bridge or something, they have mental health problems. Some of those people are drug induced problems that induce mental health problems. Mental health actually comes from a series of stress and trauma triggered series. You know what I'm saying? That we never get a chance to talk about and suppress feelings. That's where that comes from. So mental health can look like this person right here.
Or this person right here,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
So with that being said, with this movie in relations to that, what advice can you give for anybody that has suffered with any type of, or maybe suffering or matter, just from you being able to put this message out in a way that you did that makes it so relatable? What is something you could say you took from the movie that can help to say this is how we can begin to deal with it, this is how we can begin to notice it, this is how we can begin to cope?
So the biggest thing that I noticed that I love about them all was their strength and their strength that they was able to pull from one another. That with that being said, it takes a village. A village is not only to raise a child, because raising a child never stops. Because I'm 51 years old right now. Next year I'll be 52. I never was 52, so a village is still raising. You know what I'm saying? We turn a new age every year. We never knew that age. We never know how to act on that age. Some people tell us act your age. I can never act an age that I never had or I never was. You know what I'm saying? But the ability to pull the strength off of each other. The scarecrow was supposed to be the scariest one there. In times he pulls the courage from the lion. The lion pulls the wisdom or the feelings from the Tin Man. The Tin Man pulled the love from Dorothy, and Dorothy pulls the strength from all of them. You know what I'm saying? The willingness to help each other. Again, you gotta find your network. You gotta find you a group, a community to help to reach out. It does not always mean your family because your family could be like
They could not be that. Plain and simple.
just plain and simple.
Yeah, they could not be it. So this is mine, and I'm so glad that you was able to come and join, because I wanted to bring awareness to that, because even myself, I deal with it, and I'm glad that you was able to just verbalize the fact that it looks like this, because for so long, and
Right.
me and you are in the same age bracket. I'm 46. This
Right.
was not a topic of discussion. You know, this
Correct.
was not something that we needed to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But today it is so important to be knowledgeable of it. And I'm glad that you mentioned that it doesn't it doesn't have a face.
It doesn't.
It is just the stress of life, the anxiety of stress that everybody's going through.
The babies, everybody, the little kids, y'all, and that's the crazy part. The parents are so in tune with what's going on with them, and we're so being woke and all of this here, so we're not really paying attention to the pure spirits that's on this earth, which is our kids. You know what I'm saying? Their intuition and empathy level is on high peak right now. It's high level because of what's going on in the world today. These kids are, their feelings are at an all-time high. Not just an all-time high, it's like unbalanced because they don't know what truth is and what
And
reality
what's a
is.
lie? and they're not aware of the different targets that are out there. So it's so important for us to be knowledgeable of what those things is, and try to recognize our own issues so that we can save the peer ones. We can be there and encourage and support our children, because
Yes,
when we're
ma'am.
not together, they're not
They're not
together.
together.
So I'm so glad that we was able to go live, talk about this. I definitely want to do it again. This is my
Yes.
platform. This is my
Yes.
relief. This is my way to share all of these things. I feel like I have a gift, and it's also a relief for me, because I feel like Dorothy sometimes. I
Girl,
feel like,
I feel a
I'm
bit of
always trying
all of them sometimes.
to, and that too, but just trying to help people and forgetting about myself sometimes, not
Is the
remembering
biggest.
that
Is the
that
biggest. Yes.
stress and
Yes.
that I need it, because a lot of times when I think so much that we get so, I don't want to make it about religion, but baby, the power of God is immaculate. You hear me? And
Do
that
you
is,
hear me?
I think that I can vouch and say that I should have instilled more of that in my young kids. But now I realize, and I thank God to still be here, to still get to share it with them as adults, because that is the
Right.
number one thing. I don't care how you
That that
serve them or
con-
who
that
you choose
connection,
or
that
what you call
closeness.
yourself. Just
Right.
have a relationship with the most, a
Have a
higher power.
relationship.
For those people that don't want to call them God or Jehovah or child, just have a relationship
A
with a
relation.
higher
Just be a
power.
believer. Be a believer.
And have
Be a
baby, the
believer.
size of a mustard seed is all you need.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
One more
so
thing I
having
did take from
something.
that, for real. One more thing I did take from that. Um. Dang, I lost my thought, but it's gonna come back to me. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
But no, I was just to kind of help you
Go ahead.
recap. I was talking about how we sometimes be so overwhelmed with helping people, and sometimes that calling is natural for me.
Mm-hmm.
Even being on this platform or using this platform, I've been so overwhelmed with just feeling like, God is asking me to do more, to be able to say more, and encourage more. And with the battles of life, like what you were saying with these different characters, sometimes we shelter ourselves, and
Right.
and not knowingly we want to
The
isolate,
wigs.
because
The wigs.
we in fear of what the judgment might be, or in fear of
Correct.
what everybody else is going to say. It's time to step out on faith. This time and this day and era is crucial, baby. If you do not know it, you is blind to it.
And to
This is
relieve yourself
crucial.
of this trend thing, because that was the biggest, another big part for me, and that stuck with me, this trend thing. Like, it had to be a trend, and the crazy part about the trend changed every 2 seconds. Who can keep up with a trend like that?
Which causes more mental instability, because now you're with the pressure of trying to keep up, trying to
Pick
fit
me,
in,
pick me, pick me.
and you constantly forgetting and losing who you are, to the point where that's
Right.
where the mentalness kick in, because now you have no identity. You still trying to find your identity. That's what we dealt with when we was where it was called peer pressure. Now we adults dealing with peer pressure. You heard me? Because we trying to, even, and I watched it just even with myself, try not to get consumed with this social media. Try not to get so consumed with looking at what other people have and what I may be lacking. So you can only
Right.
imagine
Right.
what the youth deal with. If I'm a 40 some years old, I'm dealing with it. Can you imagine what my 16-year-old dealing with? How she's feeling?
And you know the kids are brutal.
Oh my God, girl. To the point where they are taking lives at
Right.
9 and 6 and 7.
5.
Girl.
So, guys, just a recap of what we have going on. We was talking about mental health awareness in women, and men and children. Y'all, it's so real. It's just something that's real, and that we have to be aware of it. Lynn, you did ask me a question about how we can notice that our friends, again, like with the Wiz was withdrawn. He stopped calling people. He stopped texting. He isolated himself. You know what I'm saying? So when your family do that, don't all the time think that they acting funny, y'all. They may earnestly be going through something. And another key point that I took too, everybody had their own pace. Dorothy had her own pace. Dorothy was the first one that had the triumph, not the distraction, the destruction, because she lost herself. And everybody got what they needed before she did. She still was grateful. She still remained patient. She still remained loyal, trustworthy, all of that. She still believed more than anything. Her faith never wavered. Every time, like y'all, it was so crazy. Like it went through so many different emotions in that movie. It was like at one point when she met the scarecrow and the tin man, they started dancing and stuff. So at times, depression still looks like I'm feeling good. I'm going to dance. I'm going to party. I'm going to hang out with my family and my friends. But it's still a facade because that's the outer shell. The inside still cluttered and cloudy and messed up. You know what I'm saying? But you're pretending for somebody else.
All right. So I'm glad that you mentioned that too, because I liked it what you said about Dorothy, how the fact that she continued to love, she continued to stay motivated, stay strong. But even at the end, she was still battling with her own mental. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. It's so important that even the strong people, I see a lot of reels with people doing that, was saying that saying to do that. Check on your family, check on your people, check on your friends. But you know what I always remembered about the word of God as I was growing up and learning? That love is powerful. And I know that right now that's what discourages me a lot, is to see the loss of it in today's day and age. But I posted something the other day that say the evil in this world is real, but I am still love. And and it's easy to say, but hard to do. But even in these moments like that, even with messages like that, we forget, especially us, forget to share, spread love. No matter what you may be going through in your own home, that's your blessing for your mark for heaven. That's what I tell people all the time. I am not setting up treasures here for this world. My treasures I'm setting up is for when I leave here.
Mine is eternal. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because these gonna deteriorate.
One thing else I wanted to implement on that. It went back to scripture. Y'all don't quote me on it. I don't know my Bible word to word, but I do know it. Where God says, think on these things. Think of all things that are good, faithful, honest, loving, caring, those things. And those are the things, honestly, that brought Dorothy back to herself. Because no matter what she went through, no matter what her trouble was, she thought about home, she thought about her Auntie Anne, her uncles, her friends, her families. That's what brought her back. That's what got her back. You know what I'm saying? The family a lot of times be like, oh, she just acting like that. She wanna act like that. Yo. It's time we gotta step up and reach out.
And see the crazy part you said about her remembering that in the beginning, she felt like that's what she wasn't wanted. She wasn't appreciated at all.
Abandoned.
Right. But yet, with the end, what she said, when I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. But it was in her all the time. And sometimes home don't have to be your family, so y'all don't get that twisted. Sometimes that love and that peace you got from your ultimate father, baby, which is God. Because some people don't have the family. They be like, oh, I don't.
Didn't give it, and the world can't take it away.
Take it away, baby. There you go, baby. There you go, honey. Well, girl,
For sure.
I am so thankful that you was able to share this with me on my live. I'm going to share this on my page, on my website. I
Yes,
definitely
ma'am.
want
Yes,
us to
ma'am.
do this again. I want to talk about narcissism, kind of keep up with this mental health because there's so many things surrounded around it, different topics we can
And
cover.
little things that could be spotted with this.
Right, many things. So that affirmation that you got was
Hmm.
powerful from the Wiz. That was a movie.
It
Look, I
was.
got it all. I got it up there. So I'm about to watch it again because that was a powerful affirmation that you got from that movie.
Man,
And
y'all go
anybody in here
watch
that
it.
heard it, y'all make sure that y'all, if you miss something, share it. You know, tag this video. We're gonna keep it up here. She's on there, so make sure y'all follow her as well. And I'm always game to talk about it. I got my thing going, and we definitely gonna do something else about mental health and other things and other
Right.
signs we can look for, even when talking with the youth, because I like that we tackled that a little bit too. I definitely want to come back and be more relatable when it comes to the younger crowd and how they deal with all the
Correct.
different changes. I love you. I love you, sis.
I
I
love you
love
too,
you.
Mama. Before we
It's
leave,
Go ahead.
I want to just read it off like just a little short recap so everybody could kind of understand what we were saying. Y'all,
Okay.
the Wiz, in short, Dorothy was dealing with multiple personality disorders. So in her mind, she was battling with herself. Within herself, she was lost. Then she came to meet the Tin Man that was naive. He was lost. He was, being negatively sad and just peer pressure. The lion appeared big, strong, and scary, but in inside he was a coward. He didn't have any courage. The Who I miss? The Scarecrow.
The
He was
scarecrow.
brainless. He was the one that was naive. I'm sorry, y'all. The Scarecrow was brainless, naive. He had useless knowledge. The Tin Man was heartless, feelingless, and dealt with broken, toxic relationship. Lion, he was big, slick, scary, but he was scary, and he didn't have any courage. The Wiz of all people that they went to try to get the help was the pretender. He was the phony. He couldn't help nobody. He needed help himself.
So looking at all of those different characters, I'm sure that everybody can identify, if not with all
And
of them,
relate.
with one of them. Every single person.
Right.
You know, if you want to be honest with yourself. So looking at those
Yes.
different characters and hearing what we've talked about, I hope that it reaches someone and that it
And
encourages you
please
to
share.
reach
Please
out.
share.
And please like, share, subscribe. You can also always comment on a video. Thank you, Trina, again for taking the time out with me
Yes,
and
yes, yes,
putting
yes.
this message out there. I love you so much. And I
I
will be
love you
tagging you
too. I love
again.
you too.
All right, baby. Love you. All right,
Bye
y'all.
bye.
Bye bye. All right. That was impactful. I am such an honor to be able to do that with her tonight and just cover those different topics. I think that was something I wanted to share. And I thank y'all for joining. Like, share, subscribe. I am going to repost the video on my YouTube channel, which is at I10 TV. And I got all my stuff up here, so y'all could definitely go get all the information you need from that. We're going to be doing this again. Thank you to everybody that came in, that liked the video and participated in the video. I love you guys. Good night. I hope that something reached you in a way that it could be some help. If not, share with somebody else that it can help. All right? But other than that, this your girl, Lady Louisiana, and I'ma holler at y'all.